like I'm
After
very,
a year?
After a year, like a year of planning and having this in the universe and in our minds.
Yeah, no tea, no shade. Your girl has some anxiety issues, and it has taken some time, but here we are.
Oh, I don't want you to feel like it was just you. I think, like, I don't know, divine timing in any event. Like,
yes,
things
everything
happen
on their time.
But
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Here we are.
I know.
4 degrees. Okay. Shout outs to Barry University.
I was gonna say God bless our school all the days, but that's my NCA what you call it? Alma mater song thing. Go Bucks. That's Barry thing.
I didn't know that.
The Buccaneers.
No tea, no shade. I didn't know. I ain't gonna lie. My time with Barry was a trying time.
The whole time though?
I feel like, no, not the whole time. It was rough from the beginning, but it got more tricky towards the end.
What was rough in the beginning?
There was an individual that made the process challenging.
Okay.
And it kind of just soured my vibe.
Okay.
You know, but the experience itself, like going to Barry and finishing up the degree, was life changing. I needed that experience. You know, and you know, getting that abroad experience was really nice. Like being on campus and you know, walking to class, and I was like, look at me. Hey, over here. I mean, I only was in Florida, but your girl was in Florida, okay?
But the thing is, that's exciting because I don't think you ever told me that before, but like going off to school was one of the most life-changing things, like different path, like that was like I did not come back the same person.
I agree.
It was one of those things that like to the point where like I find myself asking, wow, I wonder if anything will be as important, as significant, as special as when I first like went off. And the second degree, because I did it here, it didn't have that same effect, but it still had this magic to it because it was something I really did on my own. It was challenging. It was more challenging than the first time because, you know, the first time I was like really 20 years. I was still like young mentality kind of thing. But yeah, so it's cool that like it was like a life-changing thing. Like,
I wish like I had the experience earlier. I think it would have made or had a different impact, but it still had an impact. And it was really nice being away from home and then driving in the States and feeling like an adult person, you know. I felt like, wow, I could really do this. I could have really done this. Like, I think for a long time, like, I second-guessed myself. And I was like, girl, you're gonna be able to make it, and like you're gonna have to depend on people to get you where you need to go. And to a large extent I did. Shout out to my child's father who drove me around and got me, you know, where I needed to go. But then like there were days and I was like, I could do this myself. Okay. And so it was very enlightening, and so I appreciated that experience. And so though it was challenging, I appreciated my time with Barry. So shout outs to the Buccaneers.
Yes, go Buccaneers. Nice. That was so cool.
But yes, so our channel, after, like we said, it's been a while, a long time coming, but we decided to name the channel 4 Degrees because between the two of us, we got 4 degrees.
Are we gonna change the name when we get more degrees?
Probably because we are aspiring to do more. But for now, we've chosen 4 degrees, and so our goal with this channel. What are our goals? Because listen, we had brainstormed from that time about what we were gonna do with this channel.
I know.
So let's throw it out there. What are we gonna do?
Well, I think our intention is just to share. Like I just want to share with people, I guess, my perspective, and I guess like just some conversations that I talk to myself a lot. I do. I'm good company, people.
Hello.
So there's just certain conversations you have, and then like and I think that's how we get the idea to end up doing it together, because we ever like had a conversation with somebody, it's like, wow, like that was really like I learned so much from this conversation. Like it's almost like you could feel like your soul connect in that conversation. So I think one of my biggest intention is to just share and connect with different kind of people. Like it doesn't, like I definitely don't care. So I mean not don't care, but like I ain't stressed or pressed about views and all this kind of stuff and the numbers per se. Like I just kind of looking for our soul tribe, I guess.
And I agree. I think that rather than us get caught up in all of the mayhem of being YouTubers per se, or bloggers or whatever you want to call it. It's more of our intention. I agree wholeheartedly. The intention is to connect and to let people know that you're not out in this space alone. Because so many times we kind of think we exist in this bubble, and the reality is there are so many people experiencing what we're experiencing. And so I think a part of our process to navigate through this year going forward is to express a lot of the things that we've experienced. We are both excited about it. She is more of the bubbly and I'm more of the but hey, that's fine. And I think the dynamic between us is gonna work perfect. Okay. Just to say. Exactly. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about life and life lessons. Movies. We're gonna shout out Auntie Vi. Hey Auntie.
Yes.
And Mariska.
I love Mariska so much, and I love Viola Davis just so much because I cannot wait until I meet her.
Yes. So we're gonna talk about things like that. We're gonna talk about books. Whatever we find interesting, we are gonna talk about. And so that's our intention, to share and to connect.
And to create. I think a big part, I was telling someone, I think, although as humans we may not evolve physically anymore, there's a spiritual evolution in us, and I think creating things is a part of, at least for me, in my experience, it's almost like unless I creating something, it's almost like a part of me isn't living. So a big part of this is just to be creative and just put something out there, and why not? We're not gonna be here forever. So
that's true. And I like that idea. Creating things and sharing those things and looking at, I think for me, the challenging part for me with that part of it is I don't see myself as creative.
This girl just showed me.
Listen. I understand.
Oh my god.
I understand what she's saying.
You ever see the makeup use too? That's creativity too.
I know, but to an extent, and I think that's part of the thing that I'm battling with too. I think that people who paint and who create things with their hands more so, I see those persons as artists. Okay. And for the longest time, it's taken me a while to accept that I'm creative in my own right.
Exactly.
And so I think that is part of one of my goals for the year is to acknowledge my artistic abilities and that they don't have to align with mainstream art.
Right.
And so that's part of it.
Right. So it reminds me, it's one of the things that I like to promote emotional intelligence, and one of the things that I always tell children is that there isn't one brand of intelligence. Exactly. People thought for the longest while academia, only the kids with the 4 was smart. But people have all kind of different capabilities. Do your hair. I think this is creative. I think that's artistic. I think that's art.
And there will be more to come.
See, that, and to me that's artistic. So I'm like, what is she talking about?
Well, I mean, I think for me, and like I said, and you're right, I agree wholeheartedly that there is so many different ways that we transcend this knowledge base. And so for me, now I'm trying to take it into account that you are creative. And so that's part of one of my bigger goals for 2019 is to really stop allowing myself to continue with the negative self-talk. And so 2019, is for me hopefully the year of opportunity and expanding my horizons. And so that's what I'm looking for. And so I think as we navigate through the process of recording, hopefully as we continue with our channel, we'll be able to look back, at this first video.
I know.
And see where we come from. Exactly. So, start from the bottom.
Now we're here.
But hey, so I think that's part of the process.
Okay.
But otherwise, what are your goals or intentions for 2019?
So as we were talking, I was thinking one of my bigger goals is to, this is part of it, creating, just go with things, write and share, I have a lot of thoughts, but I'll get embarrassed about sharing it. So sometimes I'll even post things, but then I'll delete it or I'll hide it because I'll feel nobody cares about all that. Oh, why did I say that? That kind of way. So part of my intentions, I guess, my goals is to be more bold with my voice and my message, I guess, and to just, you know, do it in love and do it for myself. Like, if I want to share something, it's safe to share. It's safe to share because that's what I want to do. That's who I am, and it's never, you know, it just not be so, I guess, fearful of being that, I guess maybe it's a vulnerable thing. I say and I guess a lot because I get nervous just talking about it. But just to like share without recoiling, like hiding it or whatever, and let me delete that because people probably like, what you think, you know, or like just I guess the negative self-talk, like, who you think you is, like, you don't know what you.
And it makes me think, with you saying that, it makes me think about a conversation we had before we started recording, and we were literally just talking about the fact that in life you cannot satisfy everybody. And so one of the things that I think needs to be a take home for everybody is, at the end of the day, no matter what you do in life, you cannot satisfy everybody. Somebody is going to have a comment, a negative comment, or a negative thought process about something that you did. And the reality is, once you're content, you're not harming yourself, you're not harming anybody else, by all means, live your life.
Go for it. And what I want to add on that, because I mean, a lot of these talks will be, I guess, on the spiritual side, because I identify as spiritual and I identify as Christian too, but so I want to also put out there, and I mean, when I say I'm Christian, I don't want to alienate. So that's another thing, like I moving forward with in this year. Like, I have identified with Christian a long while. I kind of like put it down for a while. I was like, whatever. I don't want, you know. But I'll play it just because I feel like I don't want to alienate people. I don't want people to judge me. I don't want people to think I judgmental just because I had this idea of who Christians were because of my experience. I don't want to make it sound like this is a fake idea. Because there are some Christians who are exactly how the reason why I didn't want to identify as Christian or so to speak, or whatever it is maybe. But I just say that to say, apart from like the fact that you want to please everybody, once you happy, you ain't hurting yourself, like Jarrell said, and you know, at the end of the day, spiritually speaking, so even if you don't believe in who I identify as God, and that's perfectly fine, and that's, I love that conversation. I love, I see God in other things that aren't my Christianity, so to speak, and that's just, you know, only what you do spiritually can really last. Yes, our spirits are the only thing that for forever, like this, you know, the ceremonies we have, the degrees we have, the way we set up our room, the way we fix our hair, the tattoos, even these marriages, you know, even our marriage and our, you know, some of these relationships only in this realm, like, make sure what you're doing is things that, you know, feed in your soul and your spirit, because in the whatever you believe to be the next phase of life, the next cycle, that's the only thing we can last.
Exactly. And I think too, you know, just to even add to that, at the end of the day, like she said, the things that you have control over are the things that matter the most. And the reality is, people have their perception. Everybody has a different perception about what happens because everybody's vantage point is different. And how you grew up was different. So right now watching this, you're probably like, no sis, I don't agree with that. Ooh, that's fine.
That's great.
We all here for the discussion. And so this is about evolving and growing and sharing and being a collective and being a tribe and coming together, and we can agree to disagree. That is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And so I think at the end of the day, our main thing is just to share.
Nice.
Good vibes.
Alright.
All the time.
So are we gonna say the whole leave us a comment? You know this, you're like subscribe to our channel.
Yes. So subscribe, like, share. What else?
I don't know.
I don't know where it goes. It's like left or right. I don't know.
We're very new to this.
Yes. But all those good things. There will be more to come. Thanks for watching
our first video.
Hold on. It just dawned on me. We never said our names. And that's okay. We will do that now. So I'm Jarrell.
I'm Danica.
And